So in this Thursday throwback story here, I'm going to be talking about Chazy Hardware. Now, if you remember last Saturday, I went to the Sticks and Stuff grand opening. Now, what it used to be called before Chazy, or what was it called before? What it was called? I'm trying to speak. What was it called before? It was called Chazy Hardware. Now, I actually used to work there, but before that, I'm going to get into a little bit of the history. Now, Chazy Hardware was founded in probably I think the early 1960s. It was founded by a family called the West family, and they actually founded the store. It was called Chazy Hardware, and then the Ledoux took over. I think in like the early '70s, which was my former boss's parents. I believe they took over, and then my former bosses took over the company, and they actually ran it until just a couple years ago when they changed the name when they sold out. They sold the company to Sticks and Stuff, which is out of Vermont now. For decades, Chazy Hardware was a thing, and it was a. They actually They started out in Chazy, New York, which is actually not far from here, but they actually started out in Chazy, and then they closed that store in the early 2000s because they just weren't making money or whatever. And they kept the name Chazy Hardware because everybody was used to it. So they had two stores going at one point, and then they closed the other store, and they kept the name because they didn't want to call it Rouse's Point Hardware because nobody, would know what the name was. But they kept the name Chazy Hardware because everybody was used to it, the name. And the one here in Rouse's Point stayed in business until a couple years ago. They were in business for a long time. Now, going back to me, when I was in school in ninth grade, there was this thing called job site, which was like, we didn't get paid or anything. We just got job experience. We were there for a couple hours a day. We'd go to various, job places, to start out work and stuff. And then like after we got out of high school, our possibility of getting a job there was higher because we had the job experience. So actually that's where I started to clean and I started to do the janitorial work, was at Chazy Hardware. Now Bruce and Brent Ledoux, which were the owners at the time, now they're not the owners. The Sticks and Stuff is a corporation, so they own the store. I don't know who the owners are, but when it was Chazy Hardware, I knew who the owners were. Very nice people, very good to work for. Very well. I didn't get money or anything. Around Christmas time, they'd give me a Chazy Hardware. I still got like two Chazy Hardware jackets that they gave me, and I still got like two hats that they gave me, and I got pens from years of going there. I just get a pen every time we go there, basically. Still got pens and pencils, and I still got a card actually up here from. I'll show you in this video. I still got a card here. I actually got two of these. This is a card from all the employees that used to work there, that basically half of the employees here don't work there anymore. But this is the card here from Chazy Hardware that they gave me. And it's like a memento or whatever you call it, a memory or something, a souvenir that, memory is. But I got two of these actually, or three or something. But anyway, they'd give me like $20 or 40. I think it was like $50 actually. They gave me $50 one time, and a card, and a jacket, and a hat, and around Christmas time. They were very nice people. My bosses were at the time. And every summer for the past probably 10 years or 11 years, I've been trying to get a job at Chazy Hardware. Well, not just Chazy Hardware, but now when it Sticks and Stuff too. I've been trying to get a job there. I've been trying to get a job at Chazy Hardware for the last 10 years. Never could get a job there because they always had somebody, even though I worked there as a cleaner, in the summertime, they always would have somebody that was hired through a program that called ETS. It's like a job program where not necessarily the company that they work for actually has to pay them. It's the, I guess it's like a different, it's like a contract or something. I don't know. But I always wanted to work there through the summer, but they just didn't have a position for me to open, or a position open for me. So I always was bummed out because I always wanted to work there as an like actual job, get paid and everything, but nope. But I did work there probably at least 5 times, because I loved working there. It was always a pleasure to work there. And when I didn't get a chance to work there, I was always sad because I was always like, oh, I wish I could work there again as through the job site program. I probably at least worked there about 5, 6 times, I would say, or something like that. But I started in 2012, and most of the people that, well, one of my fellow coworkers passed away, but most of the people that work there are already retired. They've been retired for like 6 years now, but most of the people that work there are retired, or they just, you know, they're retired basically. But one of my fellow coworkers passed away. Brian, he passed away. Um, but everybody else is retired basically. There's only like 2 people that I originally were there when I started, which is kind of, well, like basically 3 people basically, and that's it. Everybody else has retired basically. But it was a pretty good place to work for, and kind of sad it's called Sticks and Stuff now. And I mean, it's sad, but it's, it's bound to happen because a lot of businesses that are smaller, can't really survive nowadays because everything is higher and everything. And so companies like, Sticks and Stuff, they bought Chazy Hardware, which is still kind of, I still call it Chazy Hardware even though it's called Sticks and Stuff. They do have like more better selection than what Chazy Hardware had. Chazy Hardware didn't really have a good selection of stuff. Well, they did, but they didn't have a wide variety of stuff. Now it is called Sticks and Stuff. They actually have like a lot of variety of stuff. More, even they have a soda machine, like a soda fridge now, because when it was Chazy Hardware, we always wanted the owners to get a soda machine, but they always said, well, go over to Gino's Pizza, which is a pizza place right next to Chazy Hardware. And even, not just me, other employees said that too, but they always didn't want to get a soda machine. So, anyway, memories of Chazy Hardware here. Hope everybody likes this video here. Thanks for watching.